So the final part to our writing journey is our story, okay? The girl and the robot. So your learning objective is to write a story based on your planning techniques. Now, for the last 2 weeks, we have looked at varying sentence structure. These are compound, complex, and simple sentences. These cause dramatic effect for the reader. Descriptive choices. Previously, we've looked at 2A sentences. These are the sentences that have 2 adjectives before something. So it could be the beautiful blue ocean, okay? The roaring wild waves, okay? 2 adjectives before. Similes as something as metaphors, comparing something to something else. So, what could we say? The gazelle is a dancer. Personification, comparing something that's not alive, something that is. Emotion words, these are describing how you're feeling. You're anxious, you're worried, you're overtired, all of those different emotions. Use your plan and your character descriptions to scaffold your writing. The reason I made you go back and do your plan again and your character descriptions again was because these are the ones that you need to include in your story. You are not adding, or you are not writing about a completely different character. You are writing about the robot and the girl. So I have wrote the start of the story. So you watched it as a clip. I've condensed it and put it down shorter. So your story will start after this part, okay? Now, I have tried to include some of our language techniques. I'll just read it to you. A young girl builds a steam-powered robot but has trouble getting it started. After turning up her power source too high, the machine explodes, spraying cranks, pistons, and sprockets around the room. The girl lay lifeless in the palm of the metal giant. Her eyes flicker. Silence. Slowly, her emerald eyes began to open, focusing on the machine in front of her. Surrounded by fallen debris and settling dust, she strangely felt safe. As safe as a baby being cradled by its mother. He was an iron giant. He was a hero. He was her hero. Okay, so you can see I've got my simple sentences here where I repeated. He was an iron giant. He was a hero. I've also got one up here that just says silence. A sentence can be one word if it's used correctly. Then we've got more complex ones up here. We've used our commas to break it up, make on our list. Also, we've got a complex one here. Slowly, her emerald eyes began to open, focusing on the machine surrounded by fallen debris. I've tried to include some adjectives. So, emerald eyes, whereas spraying, cranks, explodes, iron giant, debris, that's a nice describing word. I've also tried to use a simile, as safe as a baby being cradled by his mother. So can you see, using all of those together, it creates quite an impact for the reader. So when you're writing your story, remember, you do not have to write the beginning of the story. That has been done for you. I just did it and it's already been on the video. If you want to use my description as your opening, you can. I know sometimes some of you like to have your paragraph at the start and then carry on your story. You can, but use mine, okay? So everyone's got the same starting point. It needs to be exciting. You need to include all of the things in the success criteria that we've talked about. And one little thing for me is, could you please try and either type or could you write in black or blue pen? Because when I'm marking on Seesaw, it's really difficult for me to see in pencil. Can't wait to see your stories, guys.